Hey there, Bearcat Nation. Thanks for tuning in to the Bearcat Sports Report. I'm Austin Jess, and that's Brandon Phillips. It was a full week of Bearcat athletics as we start out with women's lacrosse, who had their season opener last Sunday at 1 o'clock at Lehman Field. They took on Grand Valley State University. The Bearcats dropped a tough 21-4 decision. The Bearcats got on the board, though, from freshman attacker Hannah Schneider. She scored just 6 minutes into the game. It was then Ryan Holzmeyer and Morgan Kramen who also scored in the first half, where the Bearcats trailed by 7. In the second half, it was the lone midfielder Shirley Boland who picked up the lone second half goal as the Bearcats took a tough loss. They'll be at home on Friday with a 4 o'clock first draw time.
Shifting to the hardwood, the Bearcat women were back at home on Monday, coming off tough back-to-back losses against William Jewell College and Rockhurst. The game against Maryville on President's Day was a back-and-forth contest as the Bearcats and the Saints traded baskets in the early going. Danielle Amon Stewart picked up a game-high 17 points, while Katie Ponce added 15 and a team-high 5 assists. Ponce now tied for 10th on the McKendree's all-time scoring list with 1,200 points. The Bearcats' 77-67 loss at home moved them to 7-16 overall and 2-13 in the GLVC. The fight for a postseason berth will come down to the wire as the Bearcats travel to Wisconsin Parkside and Lewis this week.
Men's basketball team also took on Maryville on Monday. Harry Statham's Bearcats are coming off a 4-point loss to William Jewell College and a 5-point loss to Rockhurst. The Bearcats came out strong in the second half, where they had a 7-point lead before entering half, where they shot 56% from the field. Bearcats led most of that second half until the Saints gained the lead with just over 3 minutes of play. The Bearcats' last-second hopes to tie the game with a 3 came up just short as they fell 75-72. Senior Clinton Hoppy scored the team-high 18 points in this last game at the Statham Sports Center, while Logan Carsons respectively added 15. Bearcats, now 9-14 overall with a 3-12 record in conference, are looking to get into that last spot on the east side of the division. The Bearcats travel to Wisconsin Parkside and Lewis this weekend.
It was a busy weekend inside the Statham Center as the men's volleyball team had a back-to-back contests on Valentine's Day and Saturday. They won both those, picking up their first 2 home wins in program history. A Valentine's Day contest they took in 4 sets against the Culver-Stockton College Wildcats. Followed that up with a 3-set sweep over the Wildcats on Saturday. Wyatt Patterson led the team with 21 kills on the weekend, and Malik Walker returned in his first action since the opening weekend of the season, adding 3 kills.
Wales softball opened up this past weekend as they headed to Florence, Alabama for the University of North Alabama Invitational. The Bearcats dropped all 5 this past weekend, but at the plate, Erica Johnson led the way, going 5 for 17 with a batting average of .294, which included 2 doubles. On the mound, the Bearcats put out 4 pitchers, but Holly Madre, leading the way, came out this weekend with a 1.80 ERA, capturing 6 strikeouts and 11.2 innings of work. We got a chance to sit down with Coach Bean and get a little insight on this year's team, so let's kick it to Brandon, who got a chance to meet with her.
Coach Evelyn Bean of the Bearcat softball team, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Now, you returned 9 letter winners and 6 starters from last year's team. What impact do you expect them to have right away?
Well, the returners, we hope that the letter winners, we hope that they're going to come in immediately and start off. Last year we were able to play in NCAA. The new ones will have to learn the ropes and kind of see what level they're at. But I think it's a great combination. We have enough returners that they can lead the way for the young kids who can immediately make an impact also.
You mentioned kind of last year as our first season as NCAA Division II members. It was a bit of a struggle, 11-30 season. How does your team look to improve this year?
I think consistency is the key. We had some really good games last year. We played really well at times, and we struggled at times. But never were, in all the games we played, we never were out of any game. We competed in every game, lost by a run or 2. So, we feel we've kind of fixed those holes, fixed the pieces we need, and we'll look for a good season this year.
On the mound, you returned Taylor Barnowski. She appeared in 20 games with a .250 ERA. You also bring back Stauskas and Getzy. What are you expecting from those returners on the mound this year, and as well as your other pitchers?
Well, we've had our first outing in the first weekend, and I think the biggest issue at this point is they just need to get outside, throw against some live batters, kind of get in their rhythm. Taylor did a great job last year in relief. She, as a freshman, I think posted good numbers, which we're real happy with. The other 2 are power pitchers, and they really need to find the rhythm, and they'll be right there. Again, they've had a year of experience to realize what these hitters can do and how much they need to work. And, we've had a couple of freshmen, which our freshmen this past weekend did a very nice job as their first outings. And so with the combination, I think we'll be okay.
And at the plate, your team hit .235 last year as a team batting average. What are your expectations this year for the girls at the plate, getting girls on base and getting runs across?
We've always struggled with getting runners on. We've always struggled with getting runners home. We get them on and we leave them there. We're really focusing on trying to move runners along more consistently and that big 2-out RBI, not leaving that runner stranded out on base. So we did okay with this weekend, but that's always a goal that we have in front of us. Again, consistency at this level, batting average isn't as important as the RBIs that are coming across that plate.
Exactly, and you kind of hit on it a little bit earlier. You have had your first outing. What are your thoughts on that?
We've had some really good things from that. Our offense did very well, I feel. We consistently hit the ball well. Again, we could have pushed a few more RBIs across. We stranded quite a few runners. Our pitching struggled a little bit, but that I know that will get better. They're now outside. Thank goodness we have some wonderful weather coming up where they can actually pitch outside and pitch against live batters, which is very, very important. And our defense struggled a little bit again, I think, just getting outside and getting some games in. It was some good sides and some bad sides, so we have 2 weeks to kind of get ready and prepare ourselves and then hopefully start conference at the beginning of March.
Coach Evelyn, thanks for joining us and good luck moving forward for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Bean, once again for sitting down with us and taking time out of your busy schedule. That's just about going to wrap it up for this week's edition of the Bearcat Sports Report, but don't forget we have a busy week of athletics coming up that will include the men's basketball team and the women's basketball team traveling this Thursday to Wisconsin Parkside and Saturday to Lewis. Scott Cummins will be on the call for both those games, and you can find all the action, as always, on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Don't forget, women's lacrosse will be at home on Friday for 4 o'clock against Shorter University, and then at the Statham Sports Center, 7 o'clock, men's volleyball takes on St. Ambrose University. Baseball just around the corner. They'll be at home on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Tune into the Bearcat Sports Network. Adam Young will have the play-by-play. That's all we have for you this week. Austin Lajess, Brandon Phillips, for everyone here in the Sports Information Department. Have a great week and go Bearcats.